Hello, 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 hello. Good evening from Switzerland, says Powell Gorniak. Good evening to all of you. The real Siberius, hello. Welcome to the show. Shall I play this again? Probably not. I'll just put the visual up there. John Freeman, I don't want to neglect everybody who was on here early and I was greeting in the chats. By the way, I have a free podcasting platform which won't let me put your chats up on the screen, but I will read them, and I do appreciate you guys being here and for everything. Oh, they're asking what Cooper did. Well, you're going to find out soon enough, and you're probably not going to be happy. It was enough for me. It sidetracked me. I wasn't going to work on basketball shit today. And I was like, holy crap, I'm just going to go live. I'm just going to go live for this trash. So apparently, the LA Hills don't have eyes. I know I'm mean and petty, but I was like, Michael Cooper looks like a mix between Kevin Garnett and the dude from The Hills Have Eyes. Like, that was an alien looking creepy fucker. Just, didn't you learn anything from Scottie Pippen? Like, if you don't want any attention on you, shut the fuck up, or at least don't lie for Clutch Sports. Now we got to go back and see how shitty Michael Cooper's career was. We would have all been happy to think that you were an important part of Showtime, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, how Magic was able to stay focused with your googly eyes freaking him out coming down the court. Anyway, enough of my grouchy pettiness. Let's wait a few minutes before I get into the sound bites. All right, who's ready? Who's ready to get into it? By the way, how do I sound? Everybody hear me clearly? And appreciate everybody for being here. Appreciate in advance any supers. I'm going to start doing call-ins, but I always feel like the call-in people get more than people who give me supers. So I think we'll do a super gets you a call-in ranking, but I'm gonna need you guys in the chat to answer some questions, because Michael Cooper says some pretty upsetting, nutty, ridiculous shit that there's no way he can actually believe. And as you guys are already saying in the chat, apparently he needed a paycheck, and thus the Hills Have Eyes reference, and apparently he does not have eyes, because I just spent an entire season breaking down how terrible LeBron James was. I just showed how he was the worst player on his team during a sweep. And here's Michael Cooper kissing his ass, even as he's disrespecting the Lakers franchise. All right, let's do it.
Well, let's shift over to Los Angeles, our beloved purple and gold. What are the what are the biggest priorities for the team this summer?
I think first you have to find out what LeBron wants to do.
I can stop you already. You don't want to guess why I have a problem with that? Michael Cooper, is that what you did? Did you tell the Lakers, hey, I'll get back to you in August or so. Good luck figuring out what to do next year.
I think that's going to be a big plus. That's going to be a big. You have to find out what LeBron wants to do.
And it's not find out what LeBron is doing. Find out what LeBron wants. Let's cater to LeBron. You know, it's not the Lakers franchise. It's LeBron. It's the LeBron industry. Let's figure out how to appease LeBron James, who you just paid a stupid amount of money to get swept.
I think that's going to be a big plus.
You think?
And this, I really believe this. If LeBron stays,
is that one of those things where I really believe this is preemptively announcing that you're about to say something that you know is bullshit?
I don't think that hurts the Lakers, but they only get better because.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I don't think that hurts the Lakers. And again, this is why I was inspired to go with the theme, the hills don't have eyes, because there's not a fucking chance in hell you can come to that conclusion. There's not a chance you can come to that conclusion if you were in fact watching. Siberius with the first super. Well, thank you. Holy F, he looks like an alien. When you preface your statement with what LeBron wants, you are dumb as hell. Yes, I know. We're all being mean and petty, but Cooper, you are one alien-looking motherfucker. And, you know, you turned yourself into a target.
LeBron is better than 80% of these guys in the league, man. You know,
who's that? Who is that? Forgive me. I can't tell who that is. Thank you. I'm glad you went higher. This is where I want some interaction with the people watching, because LeBron's better than the people who were in the finals. Is LeBron better than the guys that we just saw in the NBA finals, much less 80% of the league? Like, you sound like Stephen A. Smith's stupid ass. You sound like LeBron's stupid ass saying that Bronny's better than half the cats out there. No, saying better than half wasn't enough. You had to up it to 80%. LeBron isn't better than 80% of the Lakers roster. Why am I so worked up about this? Because I'm a fucking amateur who went play by play and was like, damn, this guy brings nothing to the table. The conclusion was, damn, if they didn't allow this guy to travel and shove people out of the way, he wouldn't have anything to offer. He has nothing to offer on defense. He has almost nothing to offer on offense. Like, people have this, they're repeating this idea that him taking a break on defense is acceptable because of everything he brings on offense. It's actually fairly difficult to tell the difference. If I cut the rest of the guys out and you can't see who's facing which direction, you won't know if he's on offense or defense, because he's doing the same fucking thing, standing on the perimeter flat-footed. So what this fool just say? All right, so let's read some chats. How many people? Who would you take? Who would you take on both the Spurs and the New York Knicks? Who would you rather have? Who would you get rid of to have LeBron? Because we don't have to do 80% of the entire league to already show what a clownish statement that was, right? How about on the Thunder? You guys want to replace guys on the Thunder with LeBron? Bronson, Cat, OG, Wemby, Castle, Harper. I'm assuming you're saying people that you wouldn't trade. Harrison Barnes. Somebody said Harrison Barnes. You know what? Let's bring it down to the Harrison Barnes level. I should break down Harrison Barnes's performance to LeBron's performance and see who actually brought more to the team in the playoffs. Oh, that was good. Sam Kasalian tops him. Oh, well, let's Sam's keeping his mouth shut. Let's not pick on Sam Cassell. Labalco has only 3.5 championships. Look, I don't even give him that many. Like every single one of them has a massive asterisk. 2 of them were shortened seasons. Listen, I don't even give him a half for the Mickey Mouse ring that most of the league people he was playing against weren't even taking seriously. I mean, people were stuck inside thanks to COVID and still didn't watch that ridiculous shit. Better than 80% of the NBA as long as nothing's on the line or his team's either up 30 or down 30 or he's staying in against the opposing bench. Right. And by the way, what's he doing during that time? Garbage points, where they're like, oh, whatever you do, don't foul, just get out of the way. You know how many layups LeBron James got at the end of blowouts this year that helped his box score? Anyway, De'Aaron Fox. Oh, well, Jesus. Wow. I almost blinked out De'Aaron Fox. Oh, you're right. You're right. De'Aaron Fox was pretty fucking terrible. Although, if LeBron put up as many shots as De'Aaron, he might have missed as many as De'Aaron. And they would have called a foul. They would have bailed LeBron out. That OG block on De'Aaron Fox, they would have called a foul, even if it wasn't one, if it was LeBron. Oh my God, this is funny. What am I, 10 seconds into this ridiculous nonsense coming out of Cooper's mouth? Okay.
80% of all these guys that are playing now, you get a healthy Luka back. I think Reeves that's going to be the one. Does he want a lot of money or a little bit of money?
How old is this? Or is this podcast so unprofessional that they can't even come on with current information? Because we all know that Reeves got paid.
Stay with the core. But the Lakers got, I don't think their situation is as dire as everybody think it is.
You dumbass. The only thing dire about the situation is the guy that you're defending.
I think you have to make some adjustments, but it all starts with LeBron.
Yeah. And I agree with Coop, man, because the problem is this. LeBron is at such a high level.
This is now a completely meaningless term. And boy, is it overused. High level. And yet no one can back that up with specifics. And LeBron likes to tell and anoint himself with that compliment. I'm playing at a high level. Oh, and the post-game conference, it was really special for me to be able to adjust and take a back seat and then come in and lead the team and still play at a high level. Guys, what was it? 50% of his points were dependent upon cherry picks. Is that a high level? Is cherry picking a high level? Is leaving your other team in 4-on-5 situations so that you have an easy scoring opportunity at the other end? Is that high level basketball? Is the only way that you can score at the rim, is that high level basketball? Is being a 70% free throw shooter, not just in the playoffs, but for your career, 23 freaking years, is that high level basketball? If I went back with my fourth quarter breakdown and did a whole new edit, instead of pointing out all the shitty things that he did or didn't do, and only did a montage of him standing, that'll be 3 quarters worth of basketball timeline wise. I'll give LeBron James maybe a quarter's worth of movement out of 4 quarters. Do anyone think that Michael Cooper doesn't know that? Actually, I doubt if past NBA players watch that much of the modern NBA. Actually, I don't know. I'll read you guys' comments, but I would have to think that today's basketball is tough for them to watch the way it's tough for even old school fans to watch. Yeah. Siberia says, remember, he led the league in transition points. Do you want to call in, Siberius? Blake, woo, he won't. He's too narcissistic to just retire without a farewell tour. Well, yeah, he was waiting to see where Giannis was going to go, right? Dan Patrick is a dinosaur just stealing money the last 10 years. Yeah. The longer he plays, the more he gets exposed. Yeah, the thing is, is it even changing that much? It's just harder to deny what you're seeing. Dan Patrick just mentioned SGA and Luka being huge floppers. Yeah, this is another thing that I've pointed out. The NBA is magically becoming aware of things again, except not with LeBron doing it.
That is like, you can't even wrap your head around the fact that this man's been in 23 years of basketball.
We can. I can. You know why I can wrap my head around that? I can do what he's doing, and I'm older than LeBron James. Okay, I can't dunk. And I'm not big enough to bulldoze any of those guys, even if I use the most illegal move I could think of. All right, LeBron's got something on me. But in terms of having 4 teammates box out the other team who aren't even there in the modern NBA, the other team's already gone, so there's no such thing as competing against the other team for a rebound. The worst thing LeBron has to do is compete against his own teammates when their basketball instincts take over and they actually try to grab a rebound that's in front of them, and they forget for a second, oh shit, those are for LeBron. These uncontested flat-footed rebounds are for LeBron. I'm sorry, LeBron, that I reached out my hands for the ball that was coming down to me. Yeah, guess what? I could do that. Guess what? I could do that, and that's not even an exaggeration. You think I couldn't catch a ball that comes down to me when my teammates are making sure that I catch it? Damn, people, my hands work.
Because I said this before, his numbers are similar to when he was in Miami. The numbers don't lie. So if
LeBron's numbers are the embodiment of lies. LeBron's numbers are lies. But like his rebounds, just like I was just talking about, his rebounds are absolutely meaningless. There is not another Laker, there is not another person on that team who couldn't get the rebounds that LeBron is getting for the exact same reason that I just said, that I could get them. He's not bringing anything to the table with those statistics, except for glorifying himself, putting something in the box score so that assholes like this can regurgitate lies. He's basing his lies on numbers, and therefore he feels like he's not lying, but in this case, numbers do lie. Now, there's another element of this. you don't see in the box score how many points that the other team scored that are a direct result of LeBron James not boxing out, LeBron James getting blown by, LeBron James turning the ball over. I mean, it adds up fast. Now, what's the other side of that? There's the points he gives up. What about the points that he scores? Well, you have to put your other players on better players of the other team to accommodate LeBron James's inability to actually score based on basketball skill. You have to get a switch that puts a smaller defender on him so that he can illegally bulldoze his way close enough to the rim for it to hopefully go in or for him to get bailed out by the referees. That's not high-level basketball. Now, with the elimination, with his most recent sweep, let's take this even further. And why am I so angry? These are the people who should be telling you this stuff. These are the professionals who should be pointing out the things that I'm about to point out. The closest game in the series was the game where LeBron James came in third in scoring. This has been a recurring theme that when LeBron James gets out of the way enough to where other people at least have opportunities, the Lakers do better. Yeah, they didn't win. I get it. They didn't win. It was still their best game of the series, the closest game of the series. And you guys should go and watch my fourth quarter breakdown of it, because it's actually heartbreaking how every time the Lakers fought their way back in, LeBron James himself took the Lakers out. Like, LeBron James literally was the reason that the Lakers would fall back behind. LeBron would give up the score. LeBron would turn the ball over. LeBron would miss the crucial shot. Followed by Hachimura pulling off a miracle. Followed by Marcus Smart pulling off a miracle, only for LeBron James to fucking blow it again. LeBron James had 24 points. Jalen Brunson had 45 points. Are we really putting these in the same category of high performances? LeBron's own teammate, Austin Reeves, had 27. Austin Reeves shot 50%. He shot a higher percentage of more difficult shots and scored more. Rui Hachimura shot 60% and had 25 points. I mean, Jackson Hayes had 18. Oh, man. So the numbers lied in multiple ways right there. LeBron James can still get in the 20s because of bullshit. But the 20s don't mean anything anymore. And it's important for the Lakers for LeBron to be 20 or less for them to win. Because when LeBron James has big nights, it does not equal wins.
If he's still putting up those kind of numbers, he's of value.
What kind of numbers, man? Back it up. What kind of numbers? Who does 24 points scored the wrong way, mind you? Who does that impress in the modern NBA?
Part of your team. The contract is the issue.
You know,
the only thing I didn't like about LeBron or his manager, whoever's speaking for him, is saying that we'll go somewhere else and take less money.
That's the only thing? How about that's one thing out of a very, very, very long list of things? But yeah, that was something that people have brought up multiple times. LeBron saying, "Oh, I expect a max, and anything else is disrespectful, but I will go take a pay cut somewhere else." Okay, so the team that has resurrected your career and drafted your untalented son, you won't take a pay cut for them. While your fanboys, your cult members, will simultaneously praise you for your loyalty, even though every single season, whether he's a free agent or not, the Lakers are faced with what's LeBron going to do? What's LeBron going to do? And here it is yet again. What is LeBron going to do? "24 points in today's cupcake era is like 8 points in the 90s. Yeah, if that.
If you're willing to take less money with the Lakers.
I done said what I done said a million times about this. You know,
Byron Scott's finally talking. Finally. And I don't really give Byron Scott that much credit because he should have shut both of them up already. You don't sit there quietly while people say nonsense. Well, you do nowadays because that's what podcasts are.
and again, like OP said, for me, 58 million. If you re-sign LeBron for anywhere close to that,
It'll hurt the team.
I think you do exactly what you did this year. You'll get to the playoffs. You'll probably lose in the first round, or you get lucky, you lose in the second round. I just don't think they can compete with OKC and San Antonio if they stay where they are right now and they re-sign him. But let's say 40 million. So you save 18 million. Who you gonna get?
You know how LeBron said that his team was out talented, and he almost got to think that he was saying that under the impression that the Thunder were the most talented team in the NBA. Well, it turns out the Spurs are more talented. It turns out the Knicks are more talented than them. So who exactly do you have to have on your roster before you will consider them talented? Byron is the only one standing on his business. Well, he's partially standing on business. He'll kind of say things that, listen, here's the thing. I get a little bit tired of us praising people for finally saying what is obviously true and what everyone should be saying. But if that's all we have, if that's all we can get out of people now, I guess I'll have to praise them for it. Anthony Davis said to his face, "When you put up big nights, we lose." LeBron thought it was funny. I am unfamiliar with that. I'm unfamiliar with that. Anthony Davis saying that to him. OGs who never was anyone are trying so hard for clout and wasn't paid much. They will do anything for a bag. That's kind of what it seems like. Kind of what it seems like. The thing is, I wouldn't say Cooper was a nobody. He was part of the Showtime Lakers. That's not nobody.
You missing depth. You got to get younger. You got to get more athletic.
And I think that's easier said than done, though, B, where you
I
can
agree with
revamp
you.
your bench. And I think Lakers aren't.
You know what would make it easier? If your fucking team knew what was coming instead of making them wait until August. You think that might help, Coop? I'm tired of franchises letting players disrespect them. And we've got this entitlement movement and player empowerment movement. And, oh, the owners make all this money and therefore the players should make money too. Well, are we going to extend that to every corporation in the world? I mean, if you own the company, you kind of get some benefits. I don't know how it just became by default the right of everyone else to be making X amount of money based on what the CEO makes. It's not like they were being robbed. It's not like they were playing for fucking food stamps. I mean, look at the conversation we're talking about. Now, his point he just made was like, now you can't get anyone for 18 million. Really? So 18 million is disrespectful money. That's where we are now. $18 million is just get you a scrub, I guess. The Knicks had 3 all-star level performers in the playoffs, though. Performers, but were they actual all-stars? Sorry, I don't know if I should try and read old comments because they're going to be out of
far off of that. But I think that's the key is Luka. If he's healthy, if Luka's healthy, I really do believe they beat OKC. I think they beat them, and I think but can they beat the Knicks or San Antonio?
Younger.
That's when you're gonna have to
wait, Coop. So you think if Luka was healthy this year, that they would have beat OK?
Well,
I think they would have won a game.
To be healthy.
Again, Byron Scott, the only one that's even like approaching reality. Who knows? It would have been better with Luka, but you did get swept. I don't think you get to jump to you beat OKC. Maybe you don't get swept, but you don't jump to beating OKC. And here's the other thing. We saw how LeBron being on the floor with Luka hurt Luka's numbers. We also saw how Austin being on the floor with Luka didn't hurt Luka's numbers. Well, there was no way that JJ Redick wasn't going to play LeBron, which means that Luka would have been out there. But how Luka would he have been allowed to be? Because LeBron would have been out there. How many minutes did LeBron play? 40 minutes. 40 minutes in the sweep game. And as another content creator who gets more into analytics was pointing out, based on the plus minus and how close the score was, if the Lakers would have kept LeBron on the bench a couple more minutes, they would have won. That's how bad LeBron was. You can actually calculate your odds of winning by getting him off the fucking floor. How is adding Luka, another player that doesn't play defense, going to help the Lakers against OKC? Well, I'll take a stab at actually giving that a real answer. And you know how I said earlier that they excuse LeBron for not playing defense because he brings something on offense. He doesn't. He doesn't actually bring much on offense. He'll have a good shooting game like 5 times a season. You can't count on it. Luka would at least make up for the bad defense on offense. And Luka puts more effort in on defense than LeBron. And again, if LeBron deserves all this money, Cooper, if LeBron is better than 80% of the dudes out there, then why isn't he guarding the best players on the other team? I don't want to hear this fanboy, oh, he's 41. What do you want? Cooper just said he's better than 80% of the people out there. Then there should only be 20% of the league that LeBron isn't capable of guarding. The physical freak, the athlete, LeBron James, 6'9", still jumping, but there's no will. He won't move his feet. He won't get across the court. Whether LeBron is capable of being better than that or not doesn't matter because he won't show that will. And therefore, you can't give him better than 80% of the rest of the league based on what he might be able to do. You don't win games based on what you might be able to do. Then again, this is turning into the might have and what if and coulda show. It's just podcasts racing to tell people what would have happened if this had happened and that had happened. Yeah. I guess what? I'd be in the NBA if I was a 7-footer and talented. I didn't want to be too hard on myself, but
the belt had to be. I just think that they would have done a better job. I do. I think
they would have done a better just job. Get in the gym and get better, improve their game.
There you go.
What about that?
Is that Byron Scott again? Saying something close to common sense, get in the gym and get better? Well, guess who ruins that argument? Mr. I promoted for being in the gym all the time, who doesn't get better. I can't understand why the Lakers or any team would want that circus back on their team. He is the team destroyer and a cancer. Do they not watch him play or your videos, AOH? Makes no sense. I'll repeat what I said on the live yesterday. It's not cherry picking. It's not nitpicking. It's literally the entire game. And that's why my breakdowns are so long that I have to break it into 4 segments, because each segment is 30 minutes, because that's how bad LeBron James is. It's not me hunting down a bad play. I wish it was, because it's fucking exhausting having to stop every time up and down the court and edit. Like, well, he fucked up again. Or, hey, guess who's missing? Hey, guess who set an illegal screen without being called? Hey, guess who just threw the defender out of the way? Right in front of the referee. Guess who just airballed a free throw? It's exhausting, man. But more exhausting is that you Colt members have nothing better to say to an entire game of a shitty performance other than you're hating. Or you can see why I'm mad at Cooper, an ex-professional, a Laker, still after the dismal performance that I broke down, saying he's better than 80% of the league. My God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, Coop said probably the most important thing here is it's LeBron's decision. Him holding off all the way to the last minute, is that going to hurt the Lakers?
How can it not? Now, Cooper's going to be the clutch paycheck recipient that he is and try to justify that, but there's only one correct answer. Tell me I'm wrong. The franchise is waiting on LeBron's decision. Well, that's not cool. Sorry, that's not respectable. And listen, we're all sitting here hoping and praying that the Lakers have moved off of LeBron and that they're just being polite. They're taking the high road. They're not talking trash and being like, get the fuck out of here. We're not interested. We're all hoping that they are getting rid of him without being mean about it and letting him pretend like he has options. Bottom line is, they're the ones who are having to take the high road while LeBron continues to hold them hostage, or at least pretend to hold them hostage one way or another. What was the other term? It's not, for some reason they can't use that money, even though he's an unrestricted free agent. For some reason they can't use the money. They can't just be like, well, we're not going to re-sign him. This money's free. I don't remember who was talking about it. And I was complaining. It's like, it shouldn't be this hard to be a basketball fan. I shouldn't have to learn all these things. Just sign with your team or get the fuck out of town and let your team make plans for next season. Of course it hurts them not to be negotiating with players right now. You think LeBron James is the only player that wants to know what the roster is going to look like? Everyone in the league wants to know what the franchise is doing, what direction the franchise is going before they make any plans. So that alone hurts the Lakers. if anyone's even potentially interested in going there, but they're sitting there looking like, oh, wow, these guys won't even pull the trigger. They don't even know which direction they're going. They don't know whether they're going to stay dedicated to the circus or actually fully move forward with the Luka and Austin Reeves thing. Like if you were a center would fit in nicely with that combination. Why do you want to go there if they don't even know what their plan is? Because it's LA? Well, yeah, there's always that. That shouldn't be the only reason.
No, because I think there's things you can do around all of that.
Sure enough. Sorry, I ranted for so long. You might have forgotten. The host asked if LeBron holding out on them was hurting the Lakers at all. And like I said, there was only one correct answer, and it's yes. And Cooper's like, no. He sounded like Rich Paul. No.
Cool. That's
Nice for him.
that's 53 million, 55,
Yeah.
58 million dollars.
They have to make a decision. They can't
Yeah, I
wait
don't-
till August.
Yeah.
Is
I
this
don't-
going to be, like you just said, is this going to be a LeBron decision or is this going to be a Lakers decision?
Thank you.
I think it's gonna be a LeBron's decision.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
that's disgusting. Tell me why that's not disgusting. The player is not greater than the franchise. Or at least in my old school fantasy world.
What he
Be a
wants to
Laker
do
decision.
coming
Yeah.
You think it's going to be a
I think
Lakers?
it's gonna be a Laker
Yeah, I
decision.
agree with B. They can't wait.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a Laker decision. They hold all the cards. I mean,
They're waiting an awfully long time.
like Coop said, as far as being respectful to him, or you want to show him, if they want to show him,
Why does respect only go one direction? We keep hearing that you got to respect LeBron James, and he's the most disrespectful person I can think of in the NBA. He just trashes everyone to save his own legacy. It's relentless. It's constant. It knows no bounds. There is no one who won't get trashed for LeBron's sake. I mean, Luka is perceived as a shell of the Dallas Luka. Luka was possibly going to be the face of the league. Luka was going to take over, generational talent, this and that. Now all you hear about are bad things about Luka. That happened as fast as joining LeBron's team. And it's not, I'm not saying Luka didn't deserve any criticism, but again, it's the convenient awakening while staying asleep when it comes to what LeBron James is guilty of. Again, LeBron James, in case people don't know this, because I can understand why you wouldn't understand this, considering the conversation, LeBron James is the employee, not the employer. How many people keep their job for very long when they constantly disrespect their employer?
that respect as the king, and we're going to give you the time to decide, they can do that. But I think they hold all the cards, and I think that they're going to make a decision probably a lot sooner than he's going to make a decision.
July
But you know what?
2nd.
And my thing is the thinking.
Siberius just reminded us that the Lakers have not signed Rui or Smart yet.
Has to be revamping your bench. What are you going to do with Ayton? What are you going to do with all those other guys on the bench? You
guys remember how well Ayton played when it was Luka and Austin? You guys remember before Ayton came how the narrative was that if anyone's going to shape up Ayton or inspire Ayton, it's LeBron James. And of course, I made fun of that immediately. It doesn't make any sense. Mr. quitting on the floor and moping and bad body language and won't even practice with the team is who's going to change things for DeAndre Ayton. Mr. Anytime you share the floor with LeBron James, you're going to get the blame, even if you have a great game. Yeah, that's not going to turn me around.
can work around LeBron to make those situations happen.
23 years of this. 20 fucking 3 years of working around LeBron. Because LeBron can't work around anyone else because LeBron does not have a bag. LeBron does not have a game. Spread the floor. Bring in all these really talented people so that when LeBron needs to get bailed out after a shitty decision, they miraculously make the shot, and LeBron James can walk over to the camera after the game and say, I always make the right play.
Obviously, there's a figure in their head on what they want to pay him. And so if I'm looking at it like that, if I'm Rob Pelinka and the powers that be, I'm making some moves down here. Because, again, it's not LeBron's fault they lost.
No.
Declarations are confessions. It's absolutely LeBron's fault that they lost. And it was so clear to me that I decided to make a series undeniably pointing out that it was LeBron's fault. And here's Michael Cooper saying it wasn't. It absolutely was. Nobody was worse. Nobody on the Lakers was worse. I want to use a specific example of their three-point shooter who, when given the opportunity in the third quarter, was part of the comeback while LeBron James was on the bench. Like, do you fanboys even know that? I'm guessing you tune that part of my breakdown out. Every time LeBron James goes to the bench, the Lakers overcome a deficit. And in this case, even took the lead. And Luke Kennard only got 2 opportunities, but he made both of them 100%. Guess how many opportunities Luke Kennard had in the fourth quarter? 0. Well, guess what? Hard to look good in the box score when you're not getting shooting opportunities. Easy to get thrown under the bus when you look at the box score in a situation like that. LeBron James had opportunities and he blew them. I would have rather had Luke Kennard shoot those than LeBron.
Bench. We had no depth. So you got to
Yeah.
get that solution figured out.
That new general manager that they just brought in,
Yes.
he's all about
Analytics.
and the dollars. So he's going to go to Pelinka and Lon Rose and everybody else and say, hey, these are the numbers, and this is where we are. Once collect.
I hope not, because that, for Laker fans' sake, because that's dumb. This entire show has basically been me explaining how numbers should not be how you make decisions. LeBron got numbers again this season. They weren't the right kind of numbers.
The bargaining kicks in, that new contract,
July.
we have to make a decision real fast. We can't wait on LeBron until August.
I think LeBron will make a decision before then.
Okay.
But he said August.
Are we supposed to say thank you? What's he doing the franchise a favor if he says something before August? Wow. What a guy. What a guy.
He hasn't even gone on his family vacation yet.
How do you know about the family vacation? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Pause here. Like, how do you know about this family vacation?
There. You don't watch television? I watch everything that has to do with the Lakers.
We see now. You following? You stalking them on social media?
Now the rest of the panel sounds like fanboys. Oh, why are you talking about LeBron? Or why are you so obsessed with LeBron? Dude, how do the rest of you guys on the panel not know public information? Your job is to talk about basketball, in particular the Lakers. This is public information that came out of LeBron James's mouth. Don't clown him and call him a stalker because he's the only one that did his fucking homework.
He was interviewed, and that's what he said.
Okay. I believe you.
I haven't even gone on my family vacation yet, so I can't even think about it. So I'll probably make a decision around August. Whether it was tongue-in-cheek or not, we don't know.
I think LeBron knows what he wants to do.
Has he started that yet, by the way? Has he started recalibrating with his family? Because I just see him out with his boys and on his podcasts.
Already, he knows.
I agree with Coop. I think he knows exactly what he wants to do now. Why don't we just get it out now so the Lakers can move forward with or
Exactly, that fucking 2016 Cavs vacation. I don't know what Kevin Love is doing there. Is he hoping LeBron will cover the psychiatric bill?
without?
Yeah.
It's only going to make the team better.
Of course.
LeBron's coming back.
You're giving it coming
really
back.
believe he's
Is he coming back to the Lakers?
I say yes.
Yeah.
Is he coming back to the Lakers?
No.
No. 2 yeses and 1 no.
I say
Can
yes.
I put a unless?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Unless takes a significant pay cut.
And what cut that obviously we're talking
It's
53,
gotta be
55
down into
million.
that.
Where does it need to
I
be?
think probably
40?
the max is like 20 a year.
Wow.
He does not need
Byron, that's
the money.
60%, Byron.
I know.
That's 60%
I know.
of his salary.
That guy thinks he's making a good point. The host, sorry, I don't know the host's name, by pointing out that that's 60% of the salary. That's not quite accurate, but you know, his salary should be zero. His salary should be zero. So when you inflate it to an absurd number like 60 or 50, 58, whatever they're talking about, and then you make 20 million sound disrespectful. He's 42 and he sucks. You should be paying him nothing. In fact, they should be asking LeBron to pay the Lakers back for this fucking embarrassing circus that the franchise has been turned into. Are they keeping Bronny? Is that like for sure? I see this in the comments. You guys really think he's going to Miami or Cleveland? How does a 6'9", 250-pound juicer never average 10 boards a game a single season? And that's with him stat padding the defensive boards on top of everything else. Oh, we got a super here that I missed. I thought it was just me noticing that Coop lost his mind or his sight. A great defender like him saying that about LeBron. What game is he watching? And you, Alex, just summarized why I felt compelled to do this spontaneous live. It's insane. It's absurd. And as bad as Cooper is, I still get mad that the other guy had sat there and tolerated it. While listening to this interview, says Prozac, you can literally hear the clutch money flowing into Cooper's pockets. Every game he plays is a vacation. His whole life is a vacation. I mean, he gets to the stadium 5 hours early and gets praised for that when what he's going through during that 5 hours is an extremely expensive spa day on someone else's vacation. But he gets praised for the process. Oh man, we added more viewers as this went on. I was tempted to play the beginning again, but I don't think I can handle it. Last chance for comments to roll through. Thank you guys for the supers in particular. I'm going to shamelessly do lives and ask for supers this summer because it's been a rough year with YouTube. Michael Cooper, the alien, does not have eyes. Thoughts on LaMelo going to the Wolves? Yeah, I just caught sight of that. Reed is who got traded? Who else was involved in the trade? I don't know. Anyone else want to talk about that? That's interesting. I don't know what to think. It's a very, very different fit than Reed. So they must have a different plan. Reed and a bunch of pick swaps. Who cares? I kind of don't. Beagle Manster says, thanks for streaming. Hey, my pleasure. Thanks for being here. Thanks all you guys for being here. And we'll be back next Wednesday, and I think Sports and Fitness Rants will finally be free to join the live next Wednesday.